Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are entering the world of public speaking, and we're going to be breaking down what are love notes in Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a global public speaking club, and for the most part, a lot of the rules within Toastmasters are pretty standardized. You're going to have a speaker, multiple speakers, multiple evaluators, a Toastmaster, a general evaluator, the basics. But every now and then, certain Toastmasters clubs have specific positions for the club. One is known as the Quizmaster. If you go to certain Toastmasters clubs, they'll have a Quizmaster, while other clubs, they don't have the Quizmaster. Another concept that's very popular in certain clubs is known as after hours, where after the Toastmasters meeting, a lot of the members will get together and socialize and get to know each other on a personal level. Certain clubs don't have that. Certain clubs do. And another thing that certain clubs have, it's known as love notes. Love notes are anonymous messages that the speakers get at the end of the meeting. And sometimes certain clubs will do it right after the speaker speaks. So let's say that I am the planned speaker for Toastmasters for this meeting. I'm planned speaker number 2. I give my speech. And once I sit down, the Toastmaster or the general evaluator will say, hey guys, write your love notes for Armani. They will all be given individual pieces of paper where they can write their thoughts about my speech to me. And the reason that it's called love notes is that more often than not, a lot of the notes are very positive. It hypes you up. Armani, I really like it when you wear this shirt. You should wear it for your upcoming speech competition next week. Yo, Armani, the speech was really good. Yo, Armani, the story of the speech was great. But don't let love notes fool you. Every now and then, certain notes will have stinging messages. There was this one time when I had just went to this Latin spot and ate some of the most amazing chicken and rice. This spot hooks you up. They fill your plate with food. So after I finished all that food, I went to sleep. And I thought I was going to sleep all the way throughout the night. And then I hear my phone buzzing. One of my friends was like, hey, Armani, I volunteered you to give a speech in tonight's meeting. All right? I'm like, what? Where am I? Wait, a speech in tonight's meeting? Dude, I can't do it. I have a food coma. But he was forcing me. He said, I already volunteered you, man. Show up. It'll be in 30 minutes. So I get up, I get dressed. I'm still feeling drowsy. And I end up going to the meeting. I end up giving my speech. And I thought I did a pretty good job. By the time that I get my love notes, I am reading through a lot of the notes, which are pretty positive. And then I read one note, which was very negative. It said, normally you have so much energy in your speeches. Tonight, you didn't have any energy. I don't know what happened to you. And I just read it over and over again. There were so many of the positive love notes, but I ignored that to keep reading the negative one over and over again. Initially, I was sad. Eventually, I became angry. I was like, who the hell wrote this? Then I looked at it and said, okay, well, this was written in pen. Who the hell is holding a pen? Wait a minute. A lot of y'all are holding a pen. Which one wrote this? So love notes aren't always positive. Sometimes it could be negative as well, because you got to understand, it's all anonymous. No one writes their names, so you have no clue who is writing what. And I believe this is one of the most compelling features of Toastmasters, which, by the way, if your club doesn't have it, I recommend you start a campaign to introduce love notes to your Toastmasters club. Because this critical love note, initially I was sad, then I got angry, and then I got reflective. Was this person right? And as I was thinking that, I still realized my belly was full and I wanted to go to sleep. Then I realized this guy was right, or girl, because here's what happened. Normally, I went to speeches hungry. This time, I ate right before the speech. So I started to realize, does eating before a speech make me visibly low energy? I mean, this person is noticing something, and right now, I feel a little bloated and tired. I thought about this, and then the next week, when I did have my speech competition, I went in it fasted. I didn't eat anything before, and that's when I was able to get that energy. This love note, this hate note, you could even say, was that boost in energy that I needed for my awareness for this speech competition. So love notes are anonymous messages that you will be given, especially if you speak within your Toastmasters meeting. Some clubs have it, some clubs don't. If your club doesn't have it, I highly recommend you introduce this feature because it's very fun. There's a thrill when the person collects all the love notes and stacks it on your desk and you're just reading it one by one. There's a thrill to it that makes the Toastmasters meeting very special. I highly recommend you introduce it to your club. And that will be all. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about love notes, about Toastmasters, and if you want to learn more about public speaking, be sure to check out the ArmaniTalks free daily newsletter. Within this newsletter, you will learn much more about public speaking, how to overcome speech anxiety, how to build a speech, plus much more. Join the tribe by checking out the link in the description box, the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com/newsletter and sign up today. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel, and I'll catch you next time.